So I'm a bit late to this, but a miracle is happening in the overall gaming community. Gacha gamers are actually having a discussion if the monetization practices in their games are too greedy. And I won't lie, it's not going that well.
All these different gacha games, some of them are trying to manage multiples at once, and they're spending so much money. Why? One of the reasons, because of the 50-50 system.
Only person that any of these people have to blame is themselves, bro. Like, what? If you're spending tons of money on gacha games, there's no other, like, yes, you could blame the fucking companies for
takes like these, because there's a lot of them. Let's see if takes like these are deserved.
So no, I don't believe in supporting neverness to everness out of protest of the 50-50 system.
So there's this guy called Gacha Smack, and he talked about this video called The End of an Era, where he talks about if gacha games are going out of trend, or at least the monetization practices. And surprisingly, he got dumped on by most of the gacha community.
right? You can't blame the companies and be like, I'm gonna keep playing though. Like, okay, at that point, then it's your fault, all right? Like, you were clearly well aware that these companies are giving you shit, and then you're still eating it, then it's your fault. There's nobody else to blame.
Need I remind everyone of Do It Night Abyss? You know, the game that removed its gacha and stamina systems completely. The game everyone had quit despite being so player-friendly.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching what I would like to believe is the end of an era. And I want to talk to you today about this. I think it's a very fascinating topic to delve into, and it's perfect and ripe for the particular season we're in with gacha gaming.
He looks stressed lately. Y'all realize that?
I mean, there are people out here defending the 50-50 now. If you don't know what the 50-50 is, imagine going to the store and buying, let's say, Grand Theft Auto 6. Going to the counter, paying for Grand Theft Auto 6, but instead of getting your game, you get a mystery box. You open the mystery box, and out comes Knack 2. Now, you ask them, I didn't want Knack 2, I wanted GTA 6. There's a mistake. And then they say, no, you lost your 50-50, but if you pay full price again, you can have your GTA 6 guaranteed this time. That's the 50-50, and people are defending that. And like, here's my thing. It's just that a consumer-friendly gacha system is the barrier of entry at this point. The truth of the matter is the 50-50 system is not the worst thing, but it's not perfect. It's a flawed system, and it deserves criticism. This sucks, and there's a better way to do things for both parties, the company and the player. A lot of players are saying Gacha Smack doesn't know what he's talking about. Even if Gacha Smack doesn't know what he's talking about, why are we openly discussing, letting these companies know we're okay with the 50-50? These gacha companies can see these YouTube videos live, right? And if you say the 50-50 is a good thing, then what do you think will happen with the gacha companies?
It's your fault at the end of the day, right? You can't blame the companies and be like, I'm gonna keep playing though.
I don't believe in supporting neverness to everness out of protest of the 50-50 system.
Even if you don't like NTE, even if it's not a good game, why are we sitting here screaming at the mountaintops the 50-50 doesn't matter and we're okay with it as long as the game's good? The truth of the matter is, if you lose multiple 50-50s in a row, then you understand how bad it is. And if you don't have that experience, you just don't sympathize with. So if you have a system where half the players are unhappy, I think we can talk about changing the system. That's just me. Do you know what I'm saying? This is not productive. This does not benefit the consumer to openly state that you're okay with the 50-50. Also, I sort of agree with Gacha Smack because the only clear destination is for the monetization to just go less and less predatory and more consumer friendly. That's the only destination to go at this point. Because if you think about it, how did Wuthering Waves get popular over Genshin Impact? They offered us a slightly better soft pity and a guaranteed weapon banner. And now look at Wuthering Waves. People can't stop talking about how it's the best game ever. Now, you can discuss how predatory the weapons are in this game or not, but On paper, that's a good thing. Then we had games like Arknight's Enfield, which went in the opposite direction, made their gacha seemingly more predatory. I mean, you guys can argue about it in the comment sections, but it felt worse. And there's no pity carryover. The weapon banner sucked. Now a lot of people talk about how they don't play that game. Then you had Silver Palace pulling another Arknight's Enfield, and people are talking about how they don't want to play that game. And then there's a game that I don't think enough people talk about. Dragon Sword Awakening has ditched gacha entirely, as well as Anata coming out soon. And yes, NTE and Do at Night Abyss were a sorry attempt, but we should be encouraging the eradication of the 50-50, not promoting it. That's all I'm saying. And realistically, more and more people are getting tired of the 50-50. There's more and more options for games coming out. Like if you don't like the 50-50 or how a gacha game has done you, there's other competitors you can play. And if you start to not like those competitors, you can just play something like Dragon Sword Awakening or Grand Blue Fantasy. And if you don't like those games, you could just play something like Power World or GTA or a different genre entirely. There's just so many options for games that we didn't have when something like Genshin came out. So I just think it's a natural step for the monetization to get less and less predatory. It's just another way to compete. So that's why I sort of agree with Gacha Smack. His assessment of NTE and his other games may have been a little wrong, but even if it's not now or like a year from now, the obvious destination is to become more consumer friendly, just out of necessity to compete, because so many gacha games are coming out. A lot of these companies fail to innovate on the gacha experience. What other choice do they have but to lower the price? And I think we should encourage that rather than put somebody on the stake for even mentioning that. Regardless of how you feel about games like NTE or Do at Night Abyss, I think it's just crazy to sit here and be like, you're wrong, the 50-50 doesn't matter just because I like the game. Well, it's like, dude, I'm not telling you to play a game you don't like because of the monetization, but don't sit here and glaze a game's 50-50 system. That just sounds dumb at the same time. Anyway, that's my opinion on the monetization of gacha games. It's only one direction to go. It's just common sense that competitors are gonna, if they're smart, are going to be less predatory, not because they care about the players, but just to compete. A lot of these companies seem to be incompetent in creating a new experience the way Genshin did. And even when Genshin came out, it lowered the bar in terms of monetization. So it's a natural stepping stone to be less predatory in the gacha space. There's just too many games coming out. That's my opinion. Let me know how you feel. Peace.